All right, we got to remember 32E at the Cars parking lot. 32E Cars parking lot.
Yeah!
First free thing, only free thing at Disneyland. Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's not a podcast. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Disneyland, and we are here with the Pixel 7 Pro. That's right, I'm bringing this thing all the way to the world of Mickey Mouse. All right, here we are, our first ride, the tram. Not a very fast ride, but I did get some action pan photos of it already. That was pretty hilarious. You want to talk about Disney magic? I just experienced some pixel magic. Right behind me, way on the distance there, is the Disney Castle. And I went ahead and went to the 5X, that is the zoom lens of the Pixel 7 Pro. And I went ahead and turned on that locked stabilization. It was like magic. I was like, this is beautiful, the way that it just stabilized so well there. I was very impressed. The standard stabilization is pretty good too, but as you can see here, it jerks around a little bit as I'm actually walking and stepping, and it's translating to the movement of the camera. Oh, and yes, the front-facing camera does do 4K video recording, but I will take this moment to also say that you can check out my other video that should be coming out today regarding this right here. This is the Pixel Watch, and I'm going to be using it as obviously my main wearable for today, the wearable for today, and see where I get with the various features, notifications, walking, step tracking, all that stuff while here at Disneyland for the day. Couldn't start anything without some caffeine. So that's exactly what we did. Start off the day, 11:30, and here we go. Actually gonna start walking around now and doing some stuff. If you thought I wasn't gonna have my signature ducks in the camera test, there you go. We're at Disneyland, not the Arboretum, still got the ducks. That's right. Duck. We are heading into Galaxy's Edge. Since it's opened, I haven't stepped foot in here once, so I'm pretty excited. Oh snap, that's dope! Oh my god, this is so cool. All right, here we are at Galaxy's Edge in the line. You can see there's a line to get into Rise of the Resistance. Obviously, the software is putting a lot of the work in, but then you also have the processing that allows for really great zoom shots. And I haven't even gone beyond the 5X yet. I'm sure that if I did, it would look pretty good, but at the main levels, 0.5, 1, 2, and 5X, doing really good already. We're getting some great shots of everything here at Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
X-Wing! Okay.
Stay together with your units.
Keep hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the transport and supervise your children.
Supervise your children! Supervise your children! Oh, no, 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 no. There you go! Oh, okay, that's all of it. There you go. That was great. That was great. Switched over to California Adventure. I've actually not been here a whole lot. There are going to be a lot of like movie references and all of that. Obviously, you're going to look at all the Disney properties and then everything that was brought over to California Adventure. Now, being an LA native, California Adventure really speaks to my heart in a lot of ways. But not everything is really as accurate as it should be. I mean, look at this. We don't have great public transportation in California. Come on now. I would love for that to be more of a thing. I gotta say though, if we're talking about cinematic stuff, the cinematic mode that's here on the Pixel 7 Pro, it's only usable on the rear cameras, only at one focal length, and it's only 1080p resolution. Not my favorite thing right now. All right, it's been a very busy day, and we are just at 3:30 p.m. We're in the early portion of the afternoon, and I'm already down to right there, 40%. Well, technically 39. That's no surprise to me. I mean, I've been using the camera a ton. I mean, we went on a couple of attractions, we ate a couple of meals, and I've been using the camera so much that I'm not surprised that the battery life is coming down pretty quickly. But as this is a week one video, I do want to talk more about just my general experience with the Pixel 7 Pro. I mean, this is a high-end flagship smartphone coming out of Google after all, and they are improving their processing thanks to the Tensor G2 chip. That is the updated version of the Tensor chip, and it's doing a great job in general, even without using some of those extra, let's say, Google Assistant features that really set the Pixel apart from other smartphones. In terms of general usage every day, just going in and out of applications, using multiple applications at some times, and just using it as a daily driver device, it's been doing a wonderful job. Even today, when I'm using the Disneyland application, which by the way is new to me, I didn't realize that this app was a thing until this visit today. I haven't been to Disneyland in some time. Well, I have been using location tracking, or location services rather, so much using the Disneyland application, and it has helped us navigate things. You don't really need a map anymore, not the physical maps. You just have this one right here that will give you a bird's eye view of the park, tell you exactly where you are so you can figure out where to eat nearby or what attractions are nearby, and it'll also tell you exactly what the wait times are for a lot of the attractions. A lot of them, even on a Monday like this, are over an hour. A couple of other things I wanted to talk about when it comes to this phone, at least so far. I have to give it up to the speaker system that is on here, the dual firing speakers, which they actually work quite well. This is the most, let's say, low-end frequency that I've heard from a Pixel device up until this point. The screen is beautiful. I'm having a great time. The color reproduction is really good. You do have curves on the side, but they're very subtle. So subtle, in fact, that I don't really perceive them actually getting in the way of my handling and my viewing of this display. I know some people out there don't really like their curved displays, but this one's actually not too bad at all. You do see it, you do notice it, but it's not egregious whatsoever. And finally, I gotta give it up to the look of this Pixel 7 Pro. I mean, I got the hazel color in the Pro, and I absolutely adore the way that this phone looks. It's got a great, like, muted hue to it, but still stands out. The aluminum camera frame that's up there, that visor that has all three cameras in there, it's nice and shiny, but not too gaudy. Really, it's just a great looking device that also feels a little bit thinner this time around thanks to the way that the frame has been put together. One thing about the phone though is that even though it has this really good look, it is still quite the slippery little thing. I do find myself gripping the sides a bit more to make sure I feel more secure when holding the device, but when I'm just using it in general with the usual anchored pinky here at the bottom, I do feel like it's going to slip about a little bit more than I would like, which is why a case like the Grip from D-Brand is actually really important to use. I made sure to bring one with me on this trip, and I want to thank D-Brand for sponsoring this video. I have links to the Grip and all of the skins that you can put onto the Grip so that you can change up the look of your Pixel 7 or Pixel 7 Pro, like this one, in the description and in a pinned comment down below. So make sure you hit up that link because it actually helps me out a lot. Anyway, I had to sneak in getting this work done. It took me a while to find a spot where I can actually like talk for a little while, and also one that was shaded because the harsh light is pretty hard on me, but it's no problem for the picture taking capabilities of the Pixel 7 Pro. That's why a lot of the stuff you're seeing in this video is all about these cameras. It does really well no matter what the situation is for photos. I didn't think I would actually want to try Chinese food on a Disney resort, a Disney park. Here in California Adventure, there's this one Chinese spot, and I got the orange IPA, which is fine. And it's fine, it's actually good. And this is supposed to be the spicy Szechuan chicken. I don't know what I expected, but for $13, this is not Szechuan. I will say though, it is spicy. So for that particular portion, I went ahead and tried the action pan one more time. One of the motion modes that are here inside of the camera of the Pixel 7 Pro. If you don't know, action pan is basically you tracking a subject as it's moving through the environment. That way the camera will process that subject and make it still while everything else has a good motion blur to it. Action pan is one of those things that you don't know if you've nailed it most of the time, but when you do, it makes it a really fun mode. You want to try it out a few more times and see if you can get that kind of dynamic shot again. A couple of the other features that are here, for example, the fingerprint reader and the dual biometrics that are on the phone now. Yes, face unlock is very effective, but what I kind of feel like is that face unlock, once it actually does its job, it just makes the fingerprint reader be like the immediate entry into the phone, effectively making it so that it feels like the fingerprint reader is way faster than it was before. Now, to be fair, the last one, not that great. This one, better. It's just funny that the face unlock kind of gets a lot of the work done by the time you actually put your finger down on the sensor. This might be the coolest bar I have ever been in. This is the cantina here in Galaxy's Edge. Not the easiest place to get into. There was like a long wait list, but we were able to get in. So cheers to all of you with my Comorian ale. So as far as the camera experience with the Pixel 7 Pro is so far, photos are going to be amazing. Videos, maybe not quite as much, but it still does a fairly good job as long as you have some source of light. It's not going to be able to do what it does with the night sight, where it's like magic. It's making a bright scene out of a nothing scene. It's not going to be able to do that for video whatsoever. There is one other thing that I had to keep in mind once we started getting into much darker situations, however. When you get into the camera system, you do have the night sight available automatically when you're in the main camera mode. That's something that's been a thing in the camera before, but it actually started to be a bit of a nuisance because when I was trying to get photos on a couple of the attractions, the fact that I was moving in the attraction actually made it so that the photos came out blurry. The thing I ended up having to do is going into the menu right here and turning off that automatic night sight. I had to do that more often, and it led to more accurate depictions of the scene, which actually were still looking really good because in the Google Photos app, that processing was still happening and it was still allowing for the photo to get enhanced in at least some way. And then of course you're going to have the other features like the magic eraser, which obviously would come in handy in a place like this where you're trying to get pictures of people or of yourself, and there are so many other people in the background. So that is nice to be able to use in situations like this. And then the other things that have been added in, like the macro mode. I mean, if you end up using macro more often than not, then it's obviously going to be useful for you. But it's really not something I use very much unless I'm doing it in a camera test like this. And really, honestly, a lot of what makes the Pixel 7 Pro really great are things that made the Pixel 6 Pro really great. Google Assistant, still really great. Voice typing, I literally answered like 4 or 5 emails while we were here in Disneyland, making it really easy by just talking to the phone and letting it dictate everything pretty accurately. This is still one of the best phones that you can have in your pocket when you want to just pop it out, take a really good photo, and you can trust that it's going to look the way you might want it to for posting on social media or for just capturing those memories. Not to mention the fact that all those photos can get uploaded automatically to Google Photos, where even more things can happen in that app, like the magic eraser and other features that just help, like the unblur or the real tone, that helps in making these pictures the best that they can possibly be. Maybe we'll get to a point where the video on this actually blows away the competition in ways that we did not expect before, but maybe don't expect miracles from the Pixel 7 Pro in that department yet, but definitely lean on this phone if you already know exactly what to expect from the Pixel lineup. It's all here, and it's all as good as it's ever been.